Yo, what's going on YouTube? Hope you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday today. Lots of things to look forward to today. Obviously, we had Champions League matches, which was fun, and we have a great team of the week on Ultimate Team. So a lot of cool things that went on today, and I hope you enjoyed it, everything that went on. But with all of that said, what we're going to do today is go over the team that I used to get to Division 1. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because I received quite a few, actually at least like 15 or 20 messages last night, believe it or not, on Xbox Live, specifically asking me to go over the team and the formation and why I used it to get to Division 1. Now, if you've seen the stats in my previous video, I showed you guys there was a 57% average possession with this team. I've played 51 games with it. There is a 121 goal difference in my season play. So it's been very effective, and I think the reason why it's effective is both the combination of the formation and the players that I chose. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the center backs. Your goalkeeper is really going to be any goalkeeper you want. There's no reason there. You can go with whatever goalkeeper is going to be effective for you, go ahead and use them. The center backs, the one thing that really what I looked at is when I chose these center backs is their work rates. I didn't want anyone with a high attacking work rate. Simply put, I wanted everyone with a high defensive work rate. Now, you'll notice that Chiellini and Caceres is on the left and right because they are pacier, so you always want your pacier center backs on the left and right. In the middle here, Andrea Barzagli, you'll notice that he's got a low attacking but a medium defensive. And generally, I wouldn't go for this, but because it's an awkward work rate to have for a center back, he doesn't push up anyway, so that medium work rate for a defensive work rate actually acts as a high work rate. So I said, you know what, let's go with it. The only thing I don't like about him, guys, is his heading. It's really, really bad, to be honest. He'll lose a lot of balls in the air. So if you're someone who wants to stop corners effectively and wants to stop crossing effectively, I would recommend picking a different center back, one with a little bit better heading. But so far it's worked for me, so I guess I can't really complain as much as I am. Now, one thing that is very, very effective and that's worked tremendous for me, even though I'm using a 3-back formation, I actually normally have 4 people sitting back for me, and here's the reason. Look at Daniele De Rossi's work rates, medium high. So medium attacking, high defensive, meaning he doesn't really push up the pitch for me. He's actually sitting back and acting like another center back, believe it or not. He was there for me at all times whenever I needed him. Even though he's got 7 goals, he never really pushed up the pitch, which is something exactly that I needed in the 3-5-2. So even though I have 3 center backs, I've always got Daniele De Rossi covering for me. So in fact, it almost felt like I had 4 people defending for me, even without a left back and right back. It almost felt like I had 4 center backs. So it worked out, and it works out great because my outside center backs, my left and right center back, are very, very pacey. So that's why this was so effective for me, in my opinion. It worked tremendous for me. It worked great for me. You'll notice that his defensive stats are at 82 defending, 84 heading. So Daniele De Rossi is just one of the best central defensive mids on the game, in my opinion, at least in the Serie A. Now, moving to the left of him here, Andrea Pirlo. Now, a lot of you guys are going to say, why would you pick Andrea Pirlo? He's got no pace. He's got not that great defensive stats. Actually, they're really poor. 67 defending, 52 heading. Why would you put him as your central defensive mid? Because here's the thing. A lot of people that I see when they make teams, I saw a Spain team earlier with Javi Garcia and Javi Martinez as their central defensive mids, and you never want to put 2 tanky central defensive mids on Ultimate Team together. The reason is because the pace of the game is a little bit sped up. You have a lot of people who play high pressure defense. You need somebody with good dribbling, good passing that can weave their way around the defense and be able to get you with that killer through ball on counterattacks. And that's why I picked Andrea Pirlo. There's a lot of other options. A lot of you guys like Freddy Guarin. A lot of you guys like Pogba. I personally like Pirlo because of his dribbling and his passing and his vision. He's just great. When I give him the ball, I let him go to work. Just like in real life, man. Just give him the ball, let the man go to work. He does great for me. Cannot complain. You guys will see he actually has 8 goals, but 18 assists as my central defensive mid. Not too shabby whatsoever. Now, I'm going to move on to my left mid right here, Gervinho. The reason why I went with him over El Shaarawy. Now, originally, I did have El Shaarawy at the left mid position. And I was not happy with him because of that high work rate that El Shaarawy has. He just felt that he would push back a little bit too much. And sometimes when I would wait for El Shaarawy to make that run, it took him too long because he was too far back playing defense for me. So I switched to Gervinho, and it just changed the team completely. It played a lot better. Even though I like El Shaarawy as a player better, it just doesn't work as well with his work rates. He's got a high-low work rate, which works tremendously. You'll notice that he played 37 games for me, only has 4 goals, but he has 7 assists. That's the thing, though. He gave me an option. That's what I always want for my left mid and right mid in the 3-5-2. I want an option, because you'll notice that a lot of the times in the 3-5-2, your left mid and right mid are actually very attacking. They will make that overlapping run over that left back that people usually have, and they'll be completely free. Now, he doesn't have the great shooting stats, so that was probably why I didn't score as many goals from him. He had a lot of opportunities, though. And now on the right side, we have Cuadrado. Now, the reason why I picked him, again, he's got the high attacking work rate, medium defensive, which isn't too bad, but he's got a lot of pace. You need that in your left mid and right mid, unfortunately, on FIFA. It's just really helpful to have some sort of pace. And he's got the 4-star skill moves, and he's got 87 dribbling, which is really great. If people start pressuring me, I can at least give them the ball and let them go to work as well. Now, for the cam position, you know what? In the Serie A, I feel like there's not that many camps to pick. Ever since Wesley Sneijder actually is gone from the Serie A, I've always felt that that's really the big gap. You know, there's Hamšík, there's Kaká, there's, a couple of other guys, Cassano, you can even choose as a cam. But I feel like Hernandez is the best option. And you guys will notice his stats for me. He's got 51 games, 20 goals, and 15 assists. So not too shabby whatsoever. He's got the 5-star weak foot, which it seems like I really like cams with 5-star weak foot, because I had the same success with Kevin De Bruyne. You guys have seen in my Race to Division 1 series that anytime I use a cam with 5-star weak foot, they seem to perform very well for me. So that's something I always look at. And obviously the work rates, I need him to have a high attacking work rate, and anything but high in defensive works for me. So medium or low worked for me. Now for the strikers. What I do when picking my striker partnership is I always want to have one strong striker and one pacey and quick striker. Now Balotelli fits both of those roles kind of. He's actually quite pacey at 84 pace. He's got great dribbling and is also very strong. So he kind of fits, he's a great striker to have partnered up with someone like Di Natale. Now, the one thing I don't like about Mario Balotelli is his work rates. Medium and low is not the best for a striker. So a lot of the times he actually is there for an outlet pass, which is good. It's not the worst thing possible. Medium low is not the worst thing possible. But originally I had Giuseppe Rossi as his partner for the striker partnership, and it didn't work well because they both have medium low. So what I did is I changed to Di Natale, and it just worked way better. He's got high low, 4-star weak foot, 4-star skills, great amount of pace, great dribbling. I believe he's got the finesse shot trait. And he's only got 9 goals for me, but look at those assists. 20 assists from Di Natale. So what a great performance by him. Even though he didn't score a lot of goals, he was creating so many chances for me. You guys will see that Mario Balotelli is actually my top goal scorer. 41 goals in 51 games with 20 assists. He has been very dominant. He's a tremendous striker, very good striker, and great when partnered with someone like Di Natale. Now, I know there's a lot of other options. A lot of you guys like Ibarbo. A lot of you guys like Vucinic as well. There's a lot of people you can use. I personally like this partnership the best. It's got the best work rates for me, and that's how I put together this team. But really what I think the reason why it's been so successful is my back three and Daniele De Rossi. Those are really the main things that have been making me be able to defend well and just maintain possession of the ball and play extremely patient. I'm not rushing the play whatsoever. That's one thing I changed about my game. And I don't counterattack at all unless I know specifically and perfectly that I can go ahead and kill him with that through ball. Otherwise, I don't want to counterattack because I feel like it's a hit or miss chance, and a lot of the times you just end up playing on the back of your heels and it's no good. So what I did with this team, I played extremely slow, extremely patient, and it's worked so well for me. So that's really everything about the team. If you guys do have any specific questions that you want me to go over, I'll be more than happy to go over them in another video, but hopefully I went through everything and the process which I used to go ahead and make this team. It's not because I'm Italian. I didn't just go pick Italian players or use the Serie A. I literally sat down and looked at what players would fit the 3-5-2. Obviously, the Serie A has a lot of good players to fit the 3-5-2, and I feel like this formation, you really have to be specific with work rates. There's really no room for error. You have to play very, very well. You have to be focused, and you have to pick players with the work rates that will fit this formation, or else this formation will not be as good as something like the 4-1-2-1-2 or the 4-2-2-2 is what I've been hearing is really good. So with all of that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know in some parts I ramble a little bit because I like talking a lot, if you guys haven't noticed, but if you guys did enjoy it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out. And if you guys want to see daily FIFA content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I mean, what else you gonna do? Catch you guys all tomorrow, probably with a training video. Later.